Imagine a time, 4 centuries ago, in the flourishing Dutch Golden Age, where a simple flower bulb became the most sought-after, wildly speculated upon commodity. This is the incredible story of the Tulip Mania, the first recorded speculative bubble in history. It is an unforgettable lesson in market irrationality and the perennial frailty of human greed. The saga begins in the late 16th century when tulips were imported to the Netherlands from the Ottoman Empire. Initially, they were a beautiful exotic novelty, slowly becoming a symbol of high-status wealth among the Dutch elite. This early popularity was perfectly rational, a luxury item for a prosperous society. Then came the broken tulips, whose petals displayed stunning, variegated patterns of stripes and flares, caused unknowingly by a virus. These rare, unpredictable masterpieces were the supercars of the 17th century, their scarcity driving their value up, establishing a perfectly reasonable collector's market. The key shift occurred in the 1630s when the trade moved from mere collector's passion to pure speculation. People began trading bulbs not because of their aesthetic value, but because they believed they could sell them to someone else for a higher price later. The greater fool theory was born. The market moved beyond physical bulbs. People were trading contracts for bulbs that hadn't even been harvested yet. This paper-based trade, often involving leveraged contracts, meant individuals could speculate on vast quantities of tulips without having the capital to back them up, amplifying the market's frenzy. The peak of the mania arrived in the winter of 1636 to 1637. Prices for a single rare bulb, like the famed Semper Augustus, soared to astronomical heights, sometimes fetching more than a house, a ship, or the annual income of a skilled craftsman. Rational valuation had been completely abandoned. The psychological forces at play were, and remain, intensely human. The fear of missing out, FOMO, was a dominant emotion, as ordinary people, from merchants to chimney sweeps, saw their neighbors making fortunes overnight and desperately wanted in on the action, fueled by greed. Speculators, drowning out caution with euphoric certainty, took out massive, often leveraged loans, mortgaging homes and businesses to buy more contracts. This heavy debt and reliance on endless price hikes made the entire market intensely fragile. The crash came abruptly in February 1637. When a routine bulb auction in Haarlem failed to attract bids at the inflated prices, confidence instantly evaporated. A single crack of doubt led to widespread panic, and the once soaring prices plummeted to a fraction of their peak value. In a matter of weeks, the tulip market ground to a halt. The primary lesson of the tulip mania is a timeless one, the triumph of speculative fever over intrinsic value. A tulip bulb, ultimately, is just a flower, yet human psychology convinced people it was an appreciating asset worth a fortune. Do humans still fall prey to the same behavior? Absolutely. The pattern of the bubble, displacement, boom, euphoria, profit-taking, and panic, has been repeated throughout history, demonstrating the constancy of human psychology in markets.